Hi, here we are. We're live. I love Matty Tarot's intro that he made. I want to say hi to some people, Moo and Yasmina and Billy. Hi. Thank you for coming in a little early there. I love getting those early messages. I can see them, by the way, before I go on, about a half hour before, I can see what you guys write. So Maddie will be here in a few minutes, and we chatted a little bit prior. So how is everyone? Okay, so it's Monday. How bad is it? Did you guys do okay in the heat? And are you ready for a week? What we were supposed to have a couple of nice days, but today they said it was going to be like 82. Then I look and they say no, it's going to be 84. And then I look later and I go, it's 90. It's really, really hot in Canada. Oh my gosh. Canada is the prettiest place I've ever been. Just beautiful. I went close to the fall and it was gorgeous. And my family's from Canada as well. Billy, you're saying 101 in Florida? Well, I can see that in Florida, but it might as well be 100 gazillion because of that humidity, right? It makes it so hot. You're in Montreal, where my family's from. I have two parts of my family on my mom's side and my dad's that come from, one comes from Montreal and Quebec, and the other one, my dad's side, from Montreal. So maybe we're related. That'd be amazing. Hi, Sylvie. How are you? So I'm going to get going on some readings before Maddie gets in here. So what's new for you? Give me some comments. I will tell you what I've been doing constantly. This book 2 of Mirabelle Milton and the Button Fairies, that got published. And now this one is just about ready to be published. It's all done. So I'm excited. I'm almost finished with book 4. So I've been writing. And if anybody here is interested in ever writing your own book, I'm going to start like a kind of a workshop where you can come into this broadcast with me. It won't be public. And ask me all the questions you want about or that you might have about writing a book and how to publish it. People don't really realize that it doesn't cost anything to publish a book anymore. So anyway, it's affordable, put it that way. Okay, so today I'll be doing, as always, Rider-Waite deck. I use that because I learned on it and I teach from it. So I always use that one. I will look at July, August, September again. I can look at any single month if you want. A general question. Remember, no health questions, including pregnancy. No legal questions. We get a lot of, you guys don't see everything because some are coming from Maddie's, YouTube, my Facebook, and sometimes Instagram. And you guys can't see sometimes everything, but we get a lot of legal questions, which we just can't, we can't answer that on a public forum. Okay. Hi, Carlos, my good friend. How are you? I'm just getting my stuff ready right here. And then I'll be ready. So you can start putting your questions, 3 month, a certain month that you want me to look at. If you have a yes, no question for Maddie, just tell him right in a post, I have a yes, no, and here's the question. He loves getting his pendulum out. He does. He likes doing those. And let's see, you have to be 18 or older to get a reading. And as always, readings are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So now, the one thing I ask if you're new is to go to Matty Tarot on YouTube and subscribe. We want to get his viewership numbers up so that he has more opportunity there. Also, you can go to Facebook and subscribe or like Psychic Fixes, follow Psychic Fixes. Also, I'm on YouTube as well, Psychic Fixes. I think that's about it, except for one more thing. Your reading is free. Maddie and I always believe that people should be able to get a good reading from real readers without having to pay money especially if they don't have it. And but we do take tips. So if you want to give a tip, I want to say thank you. We did get a nice tip from Kim, and I thank you so much. Also, here and there we get a little bit, and that's always nice. I know it thrills us that we are, that happens once in a while, but they're free, and there's no strings attached. We randomly select, okay? There's no list. And I love it when some of you that have been here with us so long that you can help when new people come in. No proper names in your requests. If you see that, feel free to guide any of the new people that come in. We've been having an onslaught of new viewers. So I asked you to share the show, and I'm going to go ahead and I know somebody asked for a 3-month reading. I'm going to go look at that. Moo, you said you're fine, but coming off a traumatic work experience, isn't that the worst thing to have those things happen when you're working? I had a job and I was at a point where I just wanted out. Made good money, top of where I could go, and I wanted out. And we shouldn't have to do that. That really stays with you. So prayers for you. And so let me say, Moo, if you need to get a message to someone without telling them, because I teach this to people and I can give this to you, what to do. And I had somebody who was going to quit their job over something that happened. And I just felt, I want you to send your concerns to your new boss via telepathy. It crazy worked. It works for me. It works for a lot of people. All you have to do is send me an email at psychicfixes@gmail.com. And I can do this for anybody if you guys want it. And just say, I want the talking to someone. Just if you just put that, I know what you want. Talking to someone. And it's going to be through the spirit guides and telepathy, and they will get your message, okay? So I will gift that to you. You have a hostile coworker? Yeah, I went through something that I won't even go through now. I won't tell you about it. But the person was so out of line, and I worked for the government, and they let her continue. And it was just, we don't need to do that. So let me help you. Psychicfixes@gmail.com. Okay. Yes, Jasmina, it's toxic when that kind of stuff happens, isn't it? Oh, there he is. Let's get a close up. There you are.
Hey.
Hey, Matty Tarot. I think I went through everything. How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm excited. I'm just writing up a storm. I'm going to finish this last book. I'm excited.
Okay. You're close to finishing?
Yes, very, very. Maybe tonight. I'm going to stay up.
Congratulations. That's fun.
Thank you. So we've had a lot of good talking about stuff and getting advice and all that. And I'm almost ready to pick someone. I did tell everybody if they had a yes/no question, just to say you have a yes/no question and write it down and put it in a post. So I think everybody knows. Tammy, I love what you said. Let me bring it up. Goof evening. I love it. I'm not making fun of you, but I just feel like we get goofy. So that's really appropriate. What are you going to be using today, Maddie?
So I've got my Matty Tarot.
How pretty.
It's one of my favorite decks. And let's see. We'll use the Prism Oracle, my inner guidance messages, and then I may be clarifying with the Tarot de Luz.
Wow. Do you have your pendulum in case they have the yes, no?
Yes, I always have the pendulum. So if you guys have a yes or no question, I'll typically grab them in groups if I see multiple, and we'll just answer them back to back with the pendulum. If you put it in the chat, we'll probably see it.
As we go and more people come in, if we don't get to you, please repost your question.
And Shannon Hammer just commented, hello, how do I ask a question? Or how do I ask a question? You just put it in. So just put it in the live chat, just like you did that comment, and you may be randomly selected. We do random selection. There's no list. So even if you donate, we do not prioritize donations. So these are free readings for everybody, equal opportunity, okay?
All right, I'm going to take a couple minutes, and Moo, you're first. And since we go back and forth, Matty and I will post the next person that will get a reading when he's doing a reading, okay? So keep looking and stay tuned. Please share the show. We need some people. You know what we need? We need some people liking this broadcast. We have 4 people that liked it. We got a lot more watching. So please do that. That helps us go out into the world.
Yes, please hit the thumbs up if you're on Facebook or YouTube. The algorithm, if you don't hit the thumbs up and you're watching the video, the algorithm says, you must not have liked it that much. And it doesn't promote it to other people. So please hit the thumbs up. It's very vital. If you like our show and want to see us grow, hit the like button. All right, let's see. So Debbie's pulling cards for her selection, and I'm going to pick somebody. Let's see.
All right, I'm going to flip over the cards for you, Moo, and you do have a spirit here that's a little persistent. So hopefully they'll kind of back off. Thank you, they backed off. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. July. We got to talk about July, Moo. And I'm going to show you really fast what came down. Okay. This card came down, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. First 4 cards are for you. The card that represents you feels like protected. I'm on guard. This is my card here, and I'm a protective. I'm on guard. I am guarded and watchful. Like I'm ready, and I got hurt once. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. This is an anxiety card. This represents you. Crossing your temporary energy, there is a man. This could be somebody coming in or someone you know. I get a very money-minded male, okay? In the future, I do have past September, I get a trip for you. I feel we're healing too at this time, and I feel like there's a trip for you here. In the past position, juggling money, let me look at money. I don't have any other money cards, so do manifest for money. You can always shoot me an email at psychicfixes@gmail. I'll send you my book on manifesting, okay? For July, you have those cards I just showed. So when we have this card, this is grief, experiencing a loss, and extreme sadness. This one here is the sneaky card. So when I get the sneaky card and I get it more now to the end of July, that means somebody's doing something behind your back, doesn't want you to find out. So you have to be watching for this, okay? When I get to August, I have a little thing to tell you. Since all this is happening in July, in the first part of August, I've got you to make sure that you slow down and don't rush into anything. Sometimes this means somebody else does that and they kind of screw things up or mess stuff up for you. So I kind of feel like there's a continuation of July right into that first part of August. So just be very, take a little bit of time before you say, okay, I'm going to do this. Don't react. Okay. Mid to end of August, I get very good. I get getting along with people while we work. So really, really good card for you. In September, I have a time of marking a special date, fond memories of the past, sweet things, gifts given, something like that. Just maybe there's a certain date there or something good that you get to remember. Mid to end of September is a big change for you. And it's a change for the better, and great things come for you through this positive change. So that's mid to end of September. And that's what I have for you, Moo. Good luck.
That's lovely. Okay, I've chosen Nardine Aliad. Nardin Aliad. I hope I'm saying that correctly. All right, let's see. So from this day forward, we're halfway through the month, so I'm gonna go halfway through the month to halfway through the month for your 3 month. Okay, so what is it? July, August, September. Wait, is that how it goes? September, November, right? Sometimes sometimes if I don't go through all of them, I forget. I'm like, which one?
I just I read just for that month, the beginning into, and just kind of swoosh it all together.
Yeah. We're going to do the first 30 days and then the second set of 30 days and then the third set of 30 days. Okay. All right. But Nardin. Okay. So I'm almost done pulling your cards. All right, Nardin. There's a call for you right now to not be so in your head about not be so hung up on like finding the one or falling in love or finding that person, because okay, so this is really important. Your intention matters, and the energy behind your intention also matters. So if you really take time to examine where this is coming from in you, you would find that I do believe it's coming from a space that is feeling like it's lacking something. You feel incomplete. You feel like you need this. You don't feel whole. And you're looking to fill this void or to fill this space with another, or with that idea of love that you have in your mind, that projected idea that you need this thing in order to feel complete, and you're not, and you're hungry for it. Don't beat yourself up, and there's nothing wrong with feeling this way, because it's very natural to want a partner, to want love, to want that. That's very normal, natural, whether people want to admit it or not. Almost damn near everybody longs for that. Some people are more openly vocal about it. Others will take it to their grave and say, no, they don't need it. They still need it. Okay. So every single person feels this way. Some just more than others. You don't need to be ashamed of that. But you do need to see where it is flawed, where you have a hole in this way of thinking, because you don't have quite the right blueprint for it. You're wanting from a place of lack. I say this all the time. You cannot go to a bank. You cannot go to the bank and take money out of a negative account. You're not going to get anything. There's no money in there. Okay? So you cannot manifest something from a space of lack. Same concept. And so you're wanting something because you feel like you need it or you don't have it, and you aren't able to attain that feeling yourself. So that needs to be addressed first. this first month coming up between now and halfway through July, August. So between now and halfway through August, you're really focusing on independence and your financial stability. You're trying to find a balance with the ups and downs that come of maybe something that's was really emotional for you. Maybe you're still healing from something. The Six of Cups is here, which indicates to me that you either are nostalgic about a past lover, you want someone back, you wish something was different, or possibly you're still healing, um maybe it's like a twin. Maybe you have yourself caught up in this idea of like a twin flame of like we're just in separation and like that's my twin flame and it's gonna work out, but you guys are in no contact. That could possibly be it. Either way, whatever the situation is, you're being asked to take your energy off of that person because it is messing up your balance. It is messing you up. It's messing up your happiness. Don't ever wait around for somebody who doesn't who isn't ready, who isn't sure about you. I I write music, and there's a line in one of my songs that I wrote, and it says, it's like, he says he wasn't sure about me, I can't do idiots, like. And so it's just like, it's kind of, cocky, but it's funny because like if someone's not sure about you, like, come on, have a little more respect for yourself. If somebody stands there, sees everything you have to offer and goes, I don't know, it's like, ugh, you don't want that person. You don't want to be with that person. Why would you? That should there's something in your mind you need to assess and look at about the way you care about yourself and value yourself. If that you're not immediately turned off by somebody who goes, I don't know about you. That should immediately be like, okay, you're not for me. Because like, what the heck? You want somebody who's sure of you. And so yeah, look that over a bit. The This energy for the next 30 days is overseen by death, which is not necessarily death so explicitly. Like, it is more so metaphorically the like rebirth and transformation of something. Death is the beginning. Death is the beginning of a new process. It's the rebirth, the transformation. It is this in the tarot, the death card is Scorpio's card, and Scorpio is governed by Pluto, and that's transformation, and it's marked by the phoenix. So the total deconstruction of oneself and then rising again from the ashes. You're going through this process at this time. From mid-August to mid-September, you've got the sun here, really focusing on happiness, the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. You're focusing on how to protect your happiness, for the long haul, looking at the big picture, taking a leadership role, and getting the cart. You got the cart ahead of the horse right now. You're going to get the cart back behind the horse and regain control of this. You're going to not let people or other people or the way other people behave or think or feel come in between you and your happiness. Why does somebody else's opinion dictate how you feel about yourself and about your happiness? You cannot, everybody's got an opinion. You cannot take others. So, and people's behavior, it's not personal. People's behavior is about them. It's 100% about them. We are all navigating this world from a very individual perspective, and we see, we're corresponding and responding to our emotional state. So when people are behaving poorly or they are projecting onto us something and we're like, why are you being this way? Why are you doing that? Like, of course it hurts. Of course it does. It's always going to have some sort of hurt, but we don't need to take it so far as to where we're identifying with it, making it mean something about us, because it doesn't. It means something about them and their character. It's about what's going on in them. Their behavior is about them and the way they're relating to things and the way they're seeing it, whether it's a misconception or whether it is just, a misunderstanding, whatever. It's about them. So we don't need to personalize it and identify with it. And it looks like you're really practicing this in between mid-August, mid-September. Um, yeah, you're taking a leadership role and you're setting more boundaries. I do see that here. Move with sweetness. That time is marked by sweetness. So be kind not only to yourself. I think you need to really examine the way you speak to yourself in your mind. What is your inner voice? How does your inner voice talk to yourself? And you have the power to, if you notice, there's these recurring thoughts that happen that you really don't have much control over. They just pop in, and sometimes they're dark, and sometimes they say really mean things. And like, I mean, it's we don't have to listen to every thought that comes into our head. And so, but you also have this higher voice and the ability to interrupt that. So that's your ego talking, and it's like this lower vibrational, you know, inner critic type voice. You can interrupt that voice, and you can change it over time with practice, with mindfulness. You can interrupt that voice and tell it it's incorrect, it's wrong. You're tired of listening to it. You don't need to, you don't value what it has to say anymore. That's what, I mean, people that are happy are people that have mastered this, that interrupting that inner voice with a higher consciousness. They are able to take all the doubt and all the worry and insecurity, and they're able to say, you know what, I give you no weight. I put no value to that. I don't listen. I don't believe it. I'm not listening to that anymore. And that's where happiness is truly comes from. It's a choice, and you have to actively make that choice over and over and over again. So it looks like you're working on that. I have the month between mid-September to what is it after that? October. It looks like these cycles, these old cycles are coming to an end. You start to stand more in your truth, honoring yourself wholly, and understanding that, you know, just because like one person standing in their truth and another person standing in their truth could be contradicting stories. Two people can have two truths that don't align with each other. But again, that just shows you that you're not on the same, maybe you're not compatible with them. Maybe it's time for you to part ways. Some people are here for a reason, some are just for a season, you know? So it looks like you're standing more in your truth, and this is pivotal for you because the world card is Taurus card, and that is foundation and stability. And when you stand in your truth here, I see foundation and stability coming for you, and also creativity. It's a new beginning for you. And look at that. Love. You are cultivating this process of self-love. It takes you a bit, but you're working on it and you're successful at it. And you need to understand that when you cultivate that, that's so strong that it then, remember how I said earlier, we are all corresponding and reacting to our own emotional state. And that's how we view the world, and that's how the world is presented back to us based on what we feel inside. It's a reflection of it. The world is nothing but a mirror. So when you cultivate this within, that gets projected back out and will be reflected back to you. And that's when you have the thing you've always wanted come to you, okay? What you don't see coming, the Three of Coins, which is collaboration and effort, working together in a partnership. I do see this actually being more so geared toward love than business, because the Three of Wands is here. What you want is on the horizon. It's coming in. You just have some work to do prior, and look at this right there, Knight of Cups. New romantic opportunity, okay? I'm going to pull some inner guidance messages for you to close the reading out. Move away. You need to move away from this current way of thinking, from this current person you're stuck on, having nostalgia over, or thinking they're your twin flame. You need to move away from all that. This is only holding you back. This is holding you down, holding you back, and keeping you from your happiness. Believe in self. The reason you haven't stepped and started the first step on this journey is because you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, but you need to go prove to yourself that you can. You've made it through all of your bad days thus far, right? 100% of the time, you have successfully navigated every bad moment and bad day you've ever had in your entire life. You have an 100% success rate of handling your lowest moments. You definitely can do it. You need to believe in yourself, okay? And time alone. Need I say more? This is your journey over the next few months, okay? I wish you the best, and that's all I have for you this evening.
You are awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I love your readings. Love them. Yasmina, you want a general? All right. I have good cards for you, by the way. So here we go. The card that represents you is a card of work. So it isn't any big bells and whistles, and we don't have confetti. It's just whatever you do. Uh, this represents you right now. So whatever your work is and you're doing it, that's it. Crossing you in temporary energy. So coming up or right now are the big decisions to make in life. They're not the little ones, but the big ones. But right now it's just crossing you in energy. So they're probably coming in your future. I do get the Queen of Swords in the future position. Now, Queen of Swords, and this could be you or someone else, but is a very dynamic and big personality, a very capable and intelligent woman, one with a justice theme. So she knows about right and wrong. So sometimes it's hard for this person to watch the news, things like that. But a very compassionate person and very much a leader. This could be you or someone that comes in the future. Past position shows that there may have been a little bit of money came in for you, money that was tied to you in some way. Now, they're showing me a man who's very matchy for the Queen of Swords. So, again, this guy has a justice theme just like she has. He is very, I heard stubborn, so I have to say stubborn, because he's very much believes he's right. Usually he is. He's very intelligent, very much a leader. Um, I do feel like, though, this is a very strong personality. He may be also physically fit, by the way. Okay, physical strength as well, but a very strong male. I get right after that an offer. Do you want this? Here, do you want that? And you're like crisscross applesauce. I don't know if I want to take this offer. So always think about that. If you're unsure, don't say yes. Okay. I do get this wonderful talent card for you, and there'll be a time of which you are just getting a lot of emotional joy and success from something that you do well, and it looks like you'll be celebrated for it. So really, really great. I love seeing this. There's also a time coming up where you'll be marking something, so a birthday anniversary or something from the past that maybe someone passed away or something. I just get a really good fond memories and celebration here. And so I do see that coming up. The big thing here in your reading is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune says we go in a new direction. And because we had this big positive change in our life, great things are now aligning on your path. We have a person that comes as your ultimate outcome card. This can be a dad or an energy of a dad, somebody that would be a good dad or grandfather, something like that. You did have a spirit come in when I started taking your cards, by the way. That's twice in a row, which doesn't usually happen. This is a kind, devoted, loyal male. I feel like he's very compassionate and loving. I don't feel like he has a real loud personality, but again, I have the card of liking to be around the water, to maybe like camping, like Matty Tarot likes camping, fishing or boating, something about the water. Okay, so he is on your path here. I don't feel like this is someone who's passed on, actually. I feel like it's somebody that comes in importance in your life. And that's what I have for you. It's a good reading.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, Shannon Hammer. I'm looking for a wonderful husband. Any tips? Well, I don't necessarily have tips, but like, I'm going to pull the cards and see what they say for you. So, my tip is to stop looking. How about that? Stop looking. It comes when you're not looking. Just enjoy your life. Live your life. Enjoy it. The more you align yourself with the things you like to do, your interests, the things that give you fulfillment, the things that leave you feeling nourished, the more you align yourself with those sorts of things, the more you align yourself with the type of people that are also like that. And that's when you have a really natural, authentic connection happen when you are living your life the way you want to live it. So, I suggest you stop, just stop looking and just start living your life and enjoying, yourself, and it will come. Okay. And that's kind of affirmed in the cards here. So the Queen of Pentacles is very practical, very generous energy, very giving. But the thing I always have about I don't know if other people read this card this way, but this is the way I read it. The Queen of Pentacles in the original depiction, she's sitting on her throne, and all the animals are around, and so I kind of get this idea of like, it's kind of what is it? Is it which fairy tale is it where all the animals come and they help Snow White? Either way, it doesn't matter. That's not really relevant. What I'm saying is the Queen of Pentacles has things come to her. She sits there, she affirms what she wants. She generously gives, she's very open. But then everything she wants and all the help she needs and everything she needs comes to her effortlessly. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting here, is that you need to stop looking and let it come to you. There's something you're holding on to you need to let go of. The Hanged Man is here. This could be a betrayal that happened in the past. This could be something that you're holding on to, a pain, a resentment that you haven't let go of yet. There's the depiction of this card is so interesting. So the Hanged Man right here in this card, if you notice these two mountains, they kind of have like faces, right? And it kind of reminds me of Humpty Dumpty. So this tells me right here that this whole structure is built on something that is unreliable, that is easily toppled. It's not sturdy. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, fell off the wall, right? And furthermore, he's an egg, so like not sturdy, not stable. And then this other thing right here is the snake that's holding the man. So this whole man's weight is supported by a snake, and snakes represent, what do we represent snakes with? Deceit, lies, right? The serpent, the deception. And so this false sense of security you have by holding on to this resentment of something is based on this very, very fragile, frail foundation. And it is an illusion. The other thing that's really important in this card, I don't know if you can see it, but right here on this post, there is a dagger. And it is tied, can you see that? It is tied to the post with the 3 ropes. So the dagger represents the Ace of Swords. That's truth. So look how descriptive this is. Your truth, the clarity you need is tied up in this deceptive thing that's holding you on this fragile foundation that's just not. You need to let all that go. You have to release this if you want true peace. There's something you're caught up on that you need to find forgiveness. As hard as it may be, you have to find forgiveness, because holding on to the pain of something and the inability to forgive, it really just harms you in the end. It's like, what's the saying? Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It's just harming you. So you need to understand that you're only hurting yourself at this point. if you have this resentment, okay? And really, you can find a way. A lot of times when people have trouble letting go of that or forgiving, they often have yet to forgive themselves about something. There's something there that about the situation or just whatever that they blame themselves for. They feel in some way, maybe not directly, maybe indirectly or subconsciously, they feel like they could have handled that better, or they don't like how what role they played, and so, or they they fault themselves in some way, and so maybe the forgiveness needs to start with you forgiving yourself. For don't use information you have gained along the way to then beat yourself up for something that you didn't know back then. And you tell yourself, oh, I should have known better. But did you? Did you know? Should you have really? Did anyone ever guide you? Did you have that information? Don't use, because hindsight's 2020. So don't use information you've learned to go look at hindsight and then be like, beat yourself up over it. That's really, really unfair to do to yourself. It doesn't make any sense logically. And so you shouldn't. It's really easy to get emotionally trapped in that sort of a cycle, though. To use hindsight to, punish yourself. So be careful you're not doing that. But ultimately, I do see you sitting with some things that have been hard for you and working through them, finding your peace, finding reconciliation for these things. The Nine of Swords is about like sadness and despair, but what is under here? So sadness and despair, right? It looks like you're going to sit with this and the world. You're going to find and appreciate. You have to find the silver lining. So you can tell yourself the negative story, the bad story, I say it like this. Life is like a play. Every chapter of our life is like a play. There's good and bad roles. The antagonist, the protagonist, the antagonist. Every role is essential for there to have any meaning, for the whole thing to have meaning and purpose. You must have the antagonist and the protagonist and the antagonist. Without one, the other one ceases to have any purpose or meaning or importance. So in a way, you must understand the duality of life. You must experience the lowest moments to have any appreciation or to even to be able to recognize the highest moments. Without one, there's no other. So, in a play, you need to have appreciation for each role and understand that when you change your role, the entire play changes, because now when you're not showing up and responding and acting and behaving in the same exact way, when you're not playing that part anymore, you've changed your role. Everyone else must therefore respond differently. The thing they were gonna do doesn't make any sense anymore because you've changed what you're doing. You've changed the way you showed up, so they must shift in some way. So you can't change others, but you can change you, and you have the ability to change your environment by changing you. So when you show up differently, you get different results. So try that. It looks like this is what you're really starting to do. You're taking hold of the magician power you have, the power to manifest, the power to create. And a lot of it has to do with the way we respond, the way we react, the way we identify with the world around us, the way we show up, and what part we're playing. Too many times we try to take others and we say, I don't like this about this person, they need to change that. No, maybe you need to change your expectations, or maybe you need to change your company. Because you can't change other people. You can request, you can make, you can influence I'm so sorry. You can influence other people. Somebody may be influenced or inspired to change based on something you say to them, or based on your display, the way you hold yourself, that may inspire them or influence them. But ultimately, have you ever heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? So This doesn't mean you should shut down and never ask anyone to make a change for you, or to tell people they're not, like, your behavior is poor and it impacts me negatively and I don't appreciate it. It doesn't mean don't say anything, but it does mean that don't exhaust yourself in spaces that people are clearly showing you they're not going to change. You can either change your expectations or change your company. That's it. And change the way you're identifying with it and the way you're relating it back to yourself. I do see immense healing energy coming for you, the Queen of Cups. And I mean, look, you have success and peace here. So I see a huge success and a huge amount of peace coming when you're able to get out of this position that I was discussing earlier and start to realize the true power that you hold, because you're not giving yourself, you don't give yourself enough credit. And you do have the power to change things. Okay. So I know this wasn't so much about finding your wonderful husband, but when you move to the space and live your truth and start taking this trajectory in life, like I said earlier, that's when you're going to find people that really, really correspond with you and really naturally link with you. Okay. That's all I have for you this evening.
Wow. That was great. I would have just said manifest. Okay. Lenny.
Some people, though, Debbie, they don't know, people say manifest, 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 but people don't know how to do that. I mean, you have a whole book on it. So
yeah, psychicfixes@gmail. I'll send it to you. I manifested 2 people in. It took 14 days each time. Exactly what I asked for came in. So
I manifested my husband, and it took 14 days.
That's right. Isn't that weird? Magic number.
I literally wrote it all down and released it. Said thank you. Said thank you. I know this is coming to me. A person that exactly ticked every single box on the list came into my life 2 weeks later. I even make jokes with him. I say, it's like you were conjured up from the dust the moment I wrote that list, and like you didn't exist before. It's crazy.
I love that. That, scripting and journaling is powerful. All right, Lenny, what good news? Not only am I going to tell you the good news of this week, I'm going to tell you the good news of your life. I look at your cards, I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. The first card that represents you is my card of counseling, advice, that kind of thing. So I don't know if this is what you're about, giving advice or helping people or anything like that, but this comes down as a skill for you. I also have a wish come true hanging over your head here in temporary energy. This is manifesting everything that you want in, something that you really, really want. The future tells me you're going to have it all. That's what I can tell you the rest of your life. You have success over a lifetime. You will be wealthy. No doubt there. I feel like everything's going to be very good in your life, and this is what you attain, success over a lifetime. Very good. But the money's really great. I don't know if recently something happened where you had to make a decision on a relationship or not. Either there's a great love here, or there is a time to make choices on the romance or love in your life. Okay, so this is a past position. This week, we're going to start with tomorrow, okay? For Tuesday, we're going to end on Monday. So tomorrow, you're going after it. I'm going to go after my desires, and I'm going to go to reach my goals. I'm going to make a change for the better in my home, my career. I just see you doing it all. And so I really feel like tomorrow's a really good time where you're going to go after what you want. When I move on, I do get a King of Swords. This could be you or someone that comes in priority on that day. So again, strong personality, maybe physically fit, smart, capable male here. And I love it. Very Libra-like, very fair. Again, can be you or someone else. I get a little bit stuck on Thursday, like not seeing clearly. So just blow that away. Ask your guides to give you clarity and keep moving forward, because this is it's a little stuck card, not bad, but we don't need that. Let's move on to the next day. Are you talented? Because I get you getting this joy from something that you do. Maybe people are celebrating for what you do, but if I get this first or fourth, usually I go, I got an actor, I got a professional famous person, or a famous musician or accomplished person. I get during this week, you're going to use that talent, and whatever you do is going to be really great. We'll move on to the star card, which is a message from the other side. It says, stay positive. Have a positive attitude today. Wish it to be just like you want that wish come true. Wish for whatever you want to come in. Stay connected to the higher power, be it God or the universe or whatever. Walk with that energy every day, be it with your angels or your guides. And they said, no matter what, hang in there this day, because things are going to be better. They're going to be really great. I do get a new beginning coming on Sunday, and then on Monday. Monday, you might be waiting for a check. That's the first thing I heard, waiting for a check. Or we could be waiting for a big pile of money or something to come in like that. But they're telling me there's going to be wait for that money, okay? And that's what I have for you. Very, very good. I love that.
Perfect. That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Gosh, I just have this like tickle in my throat.
We're both doing this.
So
I'm muting myself while I cough.
I'm sorry, I'm not. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see.
Did you pick somebody? Okay, you guys, is Matty frozen?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, I picked somebody, but I was just saying I haven't put it up on the thing yet because the suspense. I'm kidding. Okay. Says, please, can I get a reading? I'm a cabin crew and planning to move to Liverpool base. Can you tell me what would happen in the coming months and what I should be aware of? So there's not much here that came out, but I can say this. There's some sort of like grieving that is being done at this time. Maybe you've already experienced the loss and you're still in the process of grieving. Maybe you're having an issue with a relationship in your life and you feel it kind of pulling on you and separating from you. Maybe you're about to take a new path and there's a grieving that comes from that. Maybe there is a loss of a family member or a friend or somebody that you know, or it could even be the move. Maybe there's a grieving that happens. Maybe you've gotten really used to where you are and I'm not sure exactly here, but there's some sort of loss here that is highlighted that you need to grieve through. I do see movement and change. I see this being good for you, and ultimately it brings along new opportunities. I see I see a new abundance, essentially, that comes from this. And you just need to be careful to not get sucked up in the surface level illusions of things, of like, it's so easy to like look at something in one way and be like, okay, this sucks. You got to do a little more digging to find the silver lining, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because this card right here, the Queen of Coins, she's just minding her business. Like I said earlier, I said the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, she sits on her throne and everything comes to her, right? She's just minding her business, doing all this here. But look at this little devil up here trying to, like, her hair. Sorry, on the screen, every movement is backwards. So I'm like going the wrong way. But how does it go? Okay, it goes like this. Look at this little devil trying to suck her into his realm of illusion, or like how do you say, control, influence. So don't You're going to be grieving something moving forward. There's a lot of change that comes from this Eight of Wands. Don't let the illusions or the little mishaps or the little bumps along the way, the challenges you face, suck you into this illusion, because it'll be really easy, especially when, because the Page of Cups brings this opportunity or this offer that is so, it's small. The page has one cup here, there's a little fish in it. It's a little fish. It's just a little fish. It's not the big kahuna, the big fish that like you get the big, but it's a little fish, and it's promising because the Page of Cups is, there's a loyalty that comes along with it and a persistence. And there's this small thing that is very promising that has the potential to turn into something much greater. And so what I'm saying here is, if you allow yourself to be drawn in by these illusions, over this time of change, over this time of grieving, if you allow yourself to fall into that trap, you will easily be distracted from this small opportunity because it's already a little hard to spot. Okay? But you need to have trust. That's what marks this transition in your life. Trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, trusting in that the gears are all turning toward your greatest good, because what you don't see coming is the wheel of fortune, quite literally a wheel, a gear that is turning. And the wheel of fortune depicts, or if you've ever heard the saying, I'm sure you have, you say you're in a cabin crew, carry on, keep calm, carry on. That's kind of a saying. I'm so sorry, give me a moment. I apologize. Okay. That's kind of a saying of like, this, or no, I said the wrong one. It's this too shall pass. This too shall pass is a saying that not only is to be used in times of grief and sadness and despair or whatever, but it's also to be used in times of happiness and joy and jubilee, because everything's changing. Nothing's permanent. This too shall pass. Even all the good moments, all the bad moments, this too shall pass. And the wheel kind of tells about that. It also talks about destiny and good fortune. So there's something good coming to you. You need to trust in the process. You need to not be fooled by the illusions of this change, of this grieving, of this loss you're feeling, of this you need to sit firm in your throne. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. The Queen of Coins, the energy is less the energy is less gender specific. It's more so that you need to sit on your throne and let things come to you, and trust in the process, and understand that this small opportunity that you may overlook, because if you're too caught up in the grief and the moving and all the illusions and in the mind, you're going to overlook this opportunity and not see the benefit, the beneficial things that can come of it. And the wheel, sometimes you're on the top and sometimes you're on the bottom. So if you felt like you're on the bottom lately, the wheel does keep turning. Your day is coming. The sun comes out again. Winter turns to spring. The darkness doesn't last. All that's dark shall come to light. Just keep this in mind. Light is so powerful. If you can just bring a little bit of light in, it is so powerful. No amount of darkness is able to, or I should say it like this. The smallest amount of light is able to penetrate even the greatest amount of darkness, always, because light will always penetrate the dark. And so just keep that in mind. You could have all the darkness that there ever is, and this represents, the sadness or whatever, the grief, the loss, our own pain, right? Just the tiniest bit of light will penetrate all of that and break through, because it's just so much more powerful. So if you're able to trust in that and lay your trust in, even if it's the smallest thing, if you're able to lay your trust in that, and kind of, you don't need to climb. I always say, you don't need to take all the issues you face and pile them up like this gigantic mountain and be like, oh my gosh, look how much work I have to do. I have to climb this mountain. That will never work. You're never going to climb that mountain. You just need to understand that you don't need to get to that destination. You just need to get back to the last time you had that little bit of light. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe you felt inspired by something for just a moment. That's the energy you need to get back to when you can get back to that. So it's a lot easier to get back to 12 hours ago when you felt that little bit of light than it is to climb that huge mountain and get to the top of the mountain, right? So look at it that way. I just got to get back to that last little time I had that little bit of inspiration and settle myself there, put my trust in that. That's where momentum is built. That's where change happens. And that is the best way to bring in everything you want in life if you're able to just get back to that. Okay. So yeah, and then look at this. So right under the wheel is, how many wands is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, that can't be right because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is 9. Okay, look. So right under the wheel is the 9 of wands. That's this wounded warrior, this hope, but with a little bit of fear. If you're able to bring the hope higher than the fear and keep and hold on to that little bit of light, that's when the sun comes. Here comes the sun. Da, da, da. Okay, this is the best card in the deck. This is happiness. This is vitality. This is jubilance and joy and just all of that. Okay, so trust in the process. This is coming for you, and don't be fooled by the illusions along the way. That's all I have for you this evening.
Wow, that was great. Well, you guys, we are just after our hour right now. We're going to be here, though, for Fluid Friday and Wisdom Wednesday this week. So do come and see us. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Wisdom Wednesday is the next one.
Yes, Debbie, are you gonna have the wheel on Wednesday?
If you give me the things to put on the wheel.
Okay, I get it. I got it. I've been so busy. Okay, I'll send that to you. Okay,
I know.
Guys, on Wednesday, we're gonna have a wheel of, what is it called?
Fortunes.
A wheel of fortune to spin, and we'll spin. So it's Wheel Wednesday this week.
All right. Thank you, Gilberta. Thank you. I see that.
Tammy, it's Wednesday's Tammy's birthday. Okay, well, Tammy, on Wednesday, you're gonna have to bear with us while we sing you happy birthday with our lovely, beautiful voices.
Yes, Tammy, and let us know that it's your birthday. And you guys, if you are new and didn't get a reading before from us, just give us that in your post, and we will try to get to you.
Yes, all right. So thank you for joining us. Please come back this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Wheel Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday, and Tammy's birthday. We're going to have a party. It's going to be fun, and we'll see you then.
Bring the cake. You have to bring the cake, Matty.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
All right.
We'll see you
Bye.
Wednesday. Bye-bye, everybody.